Looking back at that first Michigan game, what do you guys have to correct this time around?
We got to keep the space or the floor less spaced out. They spread us out defensively, and getting over ball screens is a big thing that we've been working on ever since that game. So just basically focusing on our defense, especially on the ball screens, and not letting them get as many open threes and spread us out.
Over the last couple of weeks, it feels like the game's starting to sort of take the stepping stones up and up. Has there been any change for you, or is it just a matter of sticking with the same thing?
Just sticking with it, getting more confident within the offense and the defense. Just trying to find places to where I can make a difference on the floor, and just picking my spots and not really trying to force anything, and just kind of play as the game comes to me.
Has it almost been kind of marrying offense to defense? Because I know coaches has been happy to give you some big defensive responsibility this year, and you've obviously had good rebounding numbers for quite a while now. Is it maybe just kind of figuring out a way to marry all of that into, as you said, getting comfortable within the offense as well?
Definitely. Letting my defense create my offense, and just getting out in transition off of defensive steals or defensive rebounds, and just using my athleticism to my advantage.
You had a good shooting game against Purdue, less so against Northwestern. When you watch film, do you see any kind of difference in your approach to those two games, or anything you can take from that?
No, just keep shooting, especially if they're going to leave me open like they have been recently. Just keep shooting with confidence, and they're going to go down eventually.
You talked about guys kind of leaving you open. Coach touched on that as well. How difficult has it been to kind of adjust to that? Kind of having that open space, team, opponents kind of laying off you. What's that kind of been like for you?
That's weird. I've never really experienced that before, and it's something I got to get used to. But use it to my advantage. I mean, if they're going to give me that space, I have to take advantage of it and use it to the best of my ability.
How do you do that?
Well, making shots for one. So then they have to come up on me, which opens up the floor for everybody else.
Just kind of to that point, do you feel more comfortable in space or with your shot this year compared to last year? And if so, what's the comfort level that you might in terms of from a freshman to a sophomore year?
Oh, definitely more confident, definitely more comfortable. The speed of the game is definitely adjusted to that coming off my freshman year, and then once you get that speed down, you really just can get into your own shot and really try and make it, and hopefully a couple will go down eventually.
It looks like Rob Finney playing more minutes now, kind of finding his stride again. How's that going to help this team?
Oh, it's a big help. Him aggressive on offense makes our offense extremely better, being able to get down into the paint and create opportunities for everybody else. And once he gets back to being more aggressive and looking to play his game more regularly, it's definitely going to help us.
Does it help you move off the ball, because he's the kind of guy that will find you?
Yeah, definitely. He's always dribbling with his head up. He's always looking for that extra pass, and I'm always cutting, trying to get easy bags behind the defense. So that's definitely an advantage.
You had that nice second half sequence at Northwestern where you take it from a 15-point game to I think a 2 or 3-point game. How do you maybe kind of bottle that energy or bottle whatever you guys had on the court for that period and bring it into a 40-minute type of game?
We just have to have that same approach. I feel like when we get down, we kind of realize that we're down, and then we have to scramble to get back. And once we have that, if we have that urgency right away, and especially on defense, because we held them to a bunch of stops, and they really weren't scoring towards the end of the game while we were trying to make a comeback. We have that same energy and same urgency towards the entire game, then that'll definitely help us.
What do you think allows that switch to be flipped, to kind of get that urgency?
Realizing that time is winding down, that we may lose. It's kind of, yeah, definitely. You don't want to do that, so got to get back, and get some stops.
Coach Miller said, obviously he's a defensive-minded coach, so things start on the defensive side and move to the offense. With the defense, how much do you feel like the maybe struggles on defense, or either is it missed assignments? Do you feel like it's a mindset, or do you feel like it's kind of a combination of both?
It's definitely a mindset, because we were definitely doing the same things at the beginning of the year, and nothing's really changed. But we've gotten lazy, or we haven't been as attentive to details. So once we get back to the basics and really trying to focus in on these details and really make sure that we're playing an entire game instead of trying to take shortcuts, then our defense should improve definitely.
Michigan's got a lot of perimeter threats, guys on the wings. They're willing to play small quite a bit. What kind of challenge does that pose to you guys defensively?
Well, we play a pack line defense, and then with all those shooting on the floor, basically them playing 5 out some of the time, it spreads us out tremendously. So with all those shooters on the floor, we have to stay to our defensive principles and really not get too far in or too far out to really where they can exploit that.
You guys started pretty well with Northwestern. As you get into some of these rematch games, do you think having that experience against teams the second time around can maybe eliminate some of the slow starts?
Yeah, but it also, having played them before, they also know what we're going to do. So making those adjustments, coming into the game and, really trying to do better what we didn't do well in the first game before is, it's necessary then.
It may be a little bit cliche, but how nice is it to get top 5 matchup at home?
Oh, it's really nice. This place is going to be going crazy. It's Michigan. Nobody likes Michigan. Especially right now. They're beating everybody, so it's going to be a good game, and we're looking forward to it.
You kind of talked about the urgency maybe coming in the second half of games when you guys realize you're down. Do you feel any sense of urgency with the season at this point as well, having lost 5 in a row, or do you feel like you're still in control of the destiny?
No, we're definitely still in control. We're not, getting too high or getting too low. We're taking it day by day and game by game, and, hopefully we can turn some things around going forward.
Thanks.